Hi guys, good morning. This is Shiva here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Shiva. Good morning.
Good morning.
Shiva.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, one and all. So, welcome you all to the SuccessFactors certification training demo session. And before I go forward with the agenda, let me first introduce myself quickly. So, I'm Shiva Suresh, where I hold 15 plus years of experience in the SAP domain, covering multiple roles in my experience in the SAP particularly, in which exactly last 8 plus years is completely into SuccessFactors consulting. And basically, I am not just into trainings. I play a role of a solution architect in SuccessFactors, and so that way I do my trainings and career parallelly. Where coming to my experience on the training front, I've been delivering SuccessFactors trainings from close to 7 years almost, and prior to that, I even handled SAP HCM trainings for a couple of years as well, and I've trained almost 12 to 1400 people from different parts of the globe. So on this context to particularly highlight, so I'm not just into training, and as I mentioned, I also have my real-time career. All my discussions in the sessions will be with the real-time examples of what sort of requirements we get on various topics, what sort of discussions or the configurations we have to take up, and if it is something standard not possible, the way how workarounds can be designed and what are the options for the customizations we have in the application, all that in a real-time sense is what my discussions would go on. Okay. And coming to my credentials on SuccessFactors, I'm a professional certified consultant where this professional certification status is not that you get by writing an exam. That's based on the customer feedback. So once you write an exam, what you get is called an associate certification, but professional status is given only for few people based on the customer's recommendations, and you find very few people in the market with that status, and I am one among the few that way. And my modules on which I hold these certifications are Employee Central, Recruiting Management, Succession and Career Development Planning, Performance Management, all these areas. So this is about me at a high level at this stage, and we'll get to know more about each other down the line. Now to introduce you with the agenda, the way we are going to look forward in this next 1 hour of time, the way we are going to utilize. First thing is I'll start with introducing you with the modules, what we are going to look at in this training program for SuccessFactors, the details about the way how I execute the program. That's it, and immediately get into the main content of SuccessFactors. At this early stage, what each of you would be interested to know about the in and out about this product. That's what we keep discussing. And at last, I'll definitely happy to extend the session with whatever question and answers you have, guys. But not only at the ending, if you have any question in between, you can raise your hand. You have an hand raise option in the Zoom controls. You can use that hand raise option so that I can call out your name and we can discuss your query. Okay, so whenever you have any question, just do not hesitate to use that hand raise option. So this is about the agenda. Now, moving forward to start introducing you about the modules and all, guys. First of all, the program what we are now dealing here is SuccessFactors. What is it? It's a HR solution from SAP. SuccessFactors is a HR solution from SAP. The way how any organization will require a software to maintain and manage their employee data, on that context, SuccessFactors is going to be used. So right from the recruiting needs of the company. If a company has one vacant position and if they want to recruit someone, so they need one recruiting software for that. And once the candidate has been selected in the recruiting software, to hire him into the system and maintain all his employee data, we need one module. Once the employee is in the company, to track the employee's performance, we need performance application as one more module. Like this, a HR department in a company would require multiple modules applications to process. So SuccessFactors is one such SuccessFactors is one such solution that comes with a portfolio of 11 plus modules in it, guys. And these are all that different modules of the solutions that SuccessFactors is supporting today, in which The highlighted top 3 are those part of our training curriculum, which are in the name of Employee Central, Performance and Goal Management, Recruiting Management, the first 3, which are very much in demand in the market. We also have other modules like succession planning, compensation management, career development planning, other areas, which are something that falls in the fourth, fifth, sixth places in terms of importance. So in terms of importance and the better career opportunities, these top 3 which are highlighted are very much in demand across the geographies. So that's why these are the modules I pick in my curriculum. Okay. Now, next level discussion is what is our job role? Okay, now these are the set of different modules we have. The top 3 are important and we are going to learn them very good. But what is going to be our job role? Tomorrow, once you have done your training, your certification in next 3 months, 4 months. So what kind of job roles I'm going to target for? If you have to know that, first thing is, I understand that currently most of you are already from the core HR operations backgrounds, talent acquisitions background, USIT staffing, all this. End of the day, all of you are basically landing up into IT sector. All of you will be landing into IT sector where you play a role of a SuccessFactors consultant. SuccessFactors consultant. So you will be getting the jobs with all IT organizations like IBM, Wipro, Accenture, Deloitte, different IT sector companies, where you will work for the clients of those companies. Example, you get a job with IBM. You as a SuccessFactors consultant, you got a job in IBM. Now your job role is to work on the projects of the clients of IBM. So if example, Coca-Cola, if we take Coca-Cola as an example, if Coca-Cola is the client of IBM, now Coca-Cola wants to implement SuccessFactors as their internal HR software, then you as a consultant of IBM, you will work for that Coca-Cola SuccessFactors project implementation. What will be you doing is you will interact and discuss with the HRs of Coca-Cola, the client, and you will take all their requirements. How should their HR system function? Right from hiring of the employee till the termination of the employee, the different kinds of requirements in terms of data capturing, validations in the system, the approval mechanisms in the system, all that whatever they need, the process flows for everything from hiring, promotions, transfers, all that those requirements, what you take from them is what you configure in the SuccessFactors system as per the client's requirement and you deliver the project. So that is your job role, where the SuccessFactors projects ideally go for a duration of between 6 months to 1 year. That's an average general 6 months to 1 year. 8 months is a general average. That is the thing. So once you have done this with this project, now Coca-Cola, that project is done. Now IBM can assign you for a second project. This time it might be PepsiCo implementation. That way, one after the other, different implementation projects is what you will be working on in the real time. Parallelly, there can also be support implementations, I mean the support projects. That is, support projects means a project has been already implemented. Now the client is using the system. During their usage of the system, there can have a lot of issues in the system or any new requirements the client wants, any new modules which was not previously implemented. They initially implemented only 3 modules. Now a 4th module to be implemented, an extension to it. Like that, various things can also happen, and that's where the support projects come in. Okay. So there are 2 different projects, fresh implementations and support projects. So your company can assign you for different kinds of projects, either implementation or support, different kinds of projects you can be assigned to. So that is your job role. And SuccessFactors is basically a functional solution where you don't require any programming requirements. There is no programming or coding involved in it. It's pure functional on-screen configurations that you work on in the real time in the projects. That's the reason why it becomes very easy for the people to land up into SuccessFactors, people even from the core HR operations background, talent acquisitions background, even without any technical background, they are easily able to settle down into SuccessFactors. That's the background of it, guys. Okay. Now, to introduce you with the modules, what we are going to focus in the program. So we have the 3 main modules, as I mentioned, Employee Central, which we call as a core module of SuccessFactors. And that's the module where the employee hire to retire cycle happens. Hiring of the employee, and the way how you maintain all his personal details, salary details, everything. Then followed by how do you do the promotions, transfers, increments till the final stage of retirement of the employee or the termination of the employee from the company. That employee life cycle maintenance side to retire is in the module of Employee Central, a very, very important module. And that's the ranking one that stands in the first ranking and the importance in the market. We call it as a core module of SuccessFactors. And we have a performance management system, the way how the employees will be given with some goals and targets to achieve in a year, and how do we track their performance in the company against the goals that were given to them. All that is the performance and goals management module, which will result in a year-end performance rating of an employee, based on which his increments or promotions, all that can be decided later on. And we have recruiting management as a software, as any company would require a process for recruiting as well. That is right from having job requirements to be created and post into the market into different job portals. You have to post the job requirements and people start applying for the jobs. On several people applying for a job, the way how you do the selection process, the internal screening, shortlisting, in technical assessments, interviews, functional interviews, background checks, all that process till the offer release. The way how you release the offer, candidate accepts, all that entire life cycle of recruiting stages is what it will be dealt in the recruiting management software, completely digital without any manual paperwork. So these are the three main modules of focus. But to start with any of these modules, as all of you are new towards SuccessFactors, as you are starting your SuccessFactors journey now, irrespective of your experience in your previous sectors, you might be 5 years experience, 10 years experience, whatever. We are starting from scratch in the SuccessFactors, and it is important we have the complete foundational understanding of the solution. So the complete architecture of it, the way how it functions, is what we focus in the very first topic of Introduction to Mastery. When we start the schedule, Introduction to Mastery is the first area we concentrate on. That is going to give you the complete architecture of the system, the landscape, the modules, what we have, the terminologies, navigations, all that. Once that is clear is where we get into the module specific configurations. Once all these three modules are done, at the end of the program, we will also look into the reporting as well. The way how you can generate reports from the success factors on the data that is present in the system. That might be employees' personal data, salary data, from the performance module, the performance ratings data, like this, various things, whatever you have to generate the reports in a way that you can extract bulk volume of data. Or if you want to have any analytics to be generated on the data available in the system, the graphical representation of the data with pie charts, line graphs, all that, in a way the head of the departments and executive management will be interested to see the data. So that kind of reporting and analytics is a tool that we have. How to use that reporting tool is also the topic that we are going to discuss. So number 2, 3, 4 are the main modules, and Introduction to Mastery and Reporting are two important areas that we also have to have an understanding on. So this is the entire curriculum that we will be focusing in this training program. And to give you an understanding of the objective of the course, the way how it will be delivered, guys, as I mentioned, I being a real-time professional, not just into training. So my discussions will all be with the real-time examples of any particular topic that I take, not just about giving you a theoretical understanding of it. Each and every concept, I will configure it in the system, show you the output, and we leave the session. Okay, just 5% of my time will be theoretical discussion. Most of the time I configure it right from the first step to the last step, how to configure every step in detail. I navigate on the screen and show you, and the output of that is also what I show in a way how you actually configure it in the real-time project. That's the point. So this is not overview discussions. This is the actual in detail implementation configuration I'm going to show you in the sessions. Second point, certification readiness. As most of you are already aware, SuccessFactors requires certification. So in any other areas like Java, .NET, Oracle, etc., certification could be an advantage or a value addition. But in SuccessFactors, it is mandatory. It's not an advantage or kind of, it is mandatory. You should be certified. According to SAP, one should be certified to get an access to the customer's systems and all. Okay. You will find some opportunities which are even available for non-certified people, but they are very few in market. I have to say it is 30:70 ratio. 70% of the market is for certified professionals, and certified professionals only will get a client-facing roles. If you are a non-certified person with knowledge, so they will use you in the background, they will give you the work, they'll cascade you the work, and you work on the background, and you submit it, but you will never face the client. You are not having a direct one-to-one interactions. You are not getting the recognition. So certification is important that way. Next, when I say certification readiness, nothing like any bookish knowledge, guys, just for certification. No, I make sure that you have the functional expertise to handle your implementations once you're done with the training. That is an agenda. And last point, people also ask me the customizing capability. SuccessFactors being a cloud product, to what extent can we customize it? Is it possible? How to customize all that? Yes, of course, SuccessFactors has a wide range of customizing possibilities. It might be bringing up some custom fields on the existing screens, or completely a custom screen, custom process flow to be configured. We can do that using MDF as a platform. The last point on my screen, MDF, metadata framework. So using that metadata framework as a platform is where you will be able to use the do the customizing of the SuccessFactors solutions as well. Okay. So how is that? What is that customization is a major part of discussion in our Employee Central module. We'll also discuss that. So these are the important aspects that I want to highlight before I get into the regular topic. Okay. So now we'll start with the actual content of SuccessFactors to understand about this product and its architecture, the way how it functions, all that, what it has in store for us. So before that, if anybody has any questions till this point, you can raise your hand, guys. As I mentioned, you have a hand raise option. Fine. Now moving forward. So first, let us understand the basics of it. So I understand that a few of you already know this, that SuccessFactors is a cloud solution, all that. But for the benefit of everybody, let me start from the basics. So first thing is, SuccessFactors is a cloud-based HR solution. HR solution is quite clear for everyone, but it's a cloud-based HR solution. So what is this cloud-based? Why are we highlighting that? In next couple of slides, you'll understand that. It's a cloud-based HR solution is what we take as a first thing. And it comes with a combination of modules. It's a combination of core HR and talent solutions. That is, SuccessFactors, as I showed you, we have a wide range of modules. So core HR module is Employee Central, the place where the main hiring of employee till the termination of the employee, the hire to retire cycle is happening. That's called the core module. And these performance management, recruiting management, career development planning, all these kinds of stuff are called talent modules, which are helping to improve the talent of your organization, to recruit the talent and to track their performance and to improve their talent. Like this, these are all called as talent solutions. So a customer implementing SuccessFactors, they need not look out for any other product in the market. They have everything under one single software. It might be a recruiting system, learning management system, leave management system, reporting, everything is under one single software in one single login. So that is an advantage that the customers implementing SuccessFactors can cover all the HR needs in one single system. That's one major offering. You can find multiple HR products in the market, but if there are HR products only for recruiting purpose, only for performance process, only for learning management system like that. But softwares with all multiple solutions clubbed up under one roof, you will find very few in the market. You can count on fingers, very few. The SuccessFactors is one leading among them. And SuccessFactors solutions can be implemented both as a standalone model or a hybrid solution. Standalone or hybrid. What does it mean is, Now, if a customer is going to implement all the 11 modules of SuccessFactors without any other software's dependencies, that's called standalone. But if a customer says, out of all the 11 modules, I will start with only 3 modules. In SuccessFactors, I like only 3, the top 3 I like. For learning management system, I have another product. For career development planning, I have another product that I want to use. That is also possible. So we are not restricting that you have to implement all 11 of SAP. You can choose what you want. So for other solutions, you want to go to other vendors, other products, you can still go, and we can have an integration established between the systems, between SuccessFactors and the other softwares that you are using. If you want an integration, that is also possible. That is called hybrid solutions. I can integrate SuccessFactors with any other systems. If you want to you want to integrate the data with a Java system, with a .NET system, with an Oracle system, with anything, SuccessFactors is quite compatible for integration. So that's where we call it as a hybrid solution also. It can be implemented as a standalone or hybrid solution. So that's an advantage to the clients. They are not forced to use SF with all 11 modules. Out of 11, you like only 3, go for 3. For rest other modules, you want other softwares, go with hybrid solution with an integration. That is also possible. So these are the 3 important takeaways that we have to understand, that it's a cloud-based HR solution. It has a wide range of modules in it, all under one single login, and it can be implemented independently or hybrid solution with an integration with other systems as well. And also to know a little background of this product, guys, the fact is that SuccessFactors is in the market since 2002. So most of you might be hearing about this product in last 4 or 5 years or max 10 years in the Indian market. I have to say max 10 years, anyone knows this in the Indian market. But SuccessFactors is actually launched in 2002 itself in US market. They have started in US with one single module. SuccessFactors started with one single module called performance management. That is their very first module. But right from day one, they are on the cloud-based platform. They have been delivering the solutions on the cloud-based platform. And then year by year, they have been adding new modules, recruiting management, learning management, like that new modules they have added into their portfolio. And they have been the market leaders in the cloud-based HR solutions category. In the cloud-based HR solutions category, they had been the market leaders. In that initial decade of from 2002 to 2011 itself, they are the leaders. That's where SAP recognized the potential of this product, and SAP acquired SuccessFactors in 2011, guys. So initially, SAP and SuccessFactors has nothing to do. They are 2 separate companies totally. In 2011, SAP acquired this SuccessFactors solutions, and today we call SuccessFactors as an SAP company. And even after acquisition, SAP has invested a lot into the improvement of this product. And today, SuccessFactors is supported in 11 modules with 43 languages in 168 countries. 168 countries, SuccessFactors solutions being applicable and supporting in 43 languages is not a small thing, guys. It's a global product. So you can use SuccessFactors in English, in Hindi, in Arabic, in Chinese, Russian, Italian, Hungarian, the top significant 43 languages SF is supporting today, where it is applicable to 168 countries across the globe. So for all the multinational companies who have their workforce spread across the countries, if I have a company and my employees are spread across 10 different countries, so I need not implement localized software for India employees, one software in India, for US employees, one software in US, not required. SuccessFactors is supported in these many countries, 168 countries, where I can cover all my employees of different countries in one single solution, with importance given to localizations. Localizations means country-specific configurations are also supported in SuccessFactors. So what is that and all we'll anyways discuss down the line. The SuccessFactors is supported in these many countries. So this becomes an obvious choice to all the bigger customers, large-scale customers who have their presence in different countries. It becomes an obvious choice. Majority of the Fortune 500 companies are under SuccessFactors today. That way. So this is a little background about it as well. And then now what is cloud? So of course, we have to agree that today SuccessFactors has been the market leader in this cloud-based solutions category. But what is this cloud? Why is Suresh highlighting about cloud continuously from last 15 minutes? What is cloud? How is it different from the regular applications? The point is that, guys, whenever generally if a company is implementing a software, we will have a database. Whatever data that you are using in that software, you have a database to store that. That's a basic understanding. You are a person from engineering background or arts background or civil engineering background, whatever. A common understanding is there is a database for every software. That's a minimum thing we know. So that database, when you're implementing a software, that database is something generally we used to have in your company's office itself. If company is implementing it, so in that company itself, there will be a server room in which all these database servers are maintained. Locally, the servers are maintained. That is called on-premise. In our premises itself, we have our database that is called on-premise approach. That's the traditional approach. But now the cloud model is where the software's database is not within the client's office. Client is not going to maintain the database, take care of the database. Instead, SAP is going to take care of their database. And the database of the client is hosted by SAP in remote part of the globe. It might not be in their own country. If it's an Indian customer implementing SuccessFactors, their database can be in Australia. Their database can be in Saudi Arabia, like that anywhere. So you not maintaining your own database, you not taking the responsibility of your database, but SAP taking that responsibility and maintaining your database for you is a cloud model. Remotely host the data. All the data of your customer is in the database, which is remotely present, and you get the access to that data with an internet connectivity. Through internet, you get connected. So that's called the cloud model is. And cloud model is not new, nothing new to us, guys. We are already used with this cloud model in our day-to-day activities. The way every day we use our Facebook, LinkedIn, Gmail, all these applications are cloud-based. So SuccessFactors also works on the cloud-based methodology as well. To better explain you a basic example, now if you take Facebook, if you are using Facebook, say now we are in 2024, 10 years back in 2014 also we have Facebook. In 2014, if you have uploaded a photo or a video in your Facebook account, even today, after 10 years, you can still have a look at that photo or a video. It might be a 2 MB photo or a 10 MB video or a 1 GB video, whatever, if you have uploaded one 10 years back. Even today, you scroll down your profile, you can have a look at your old memory. But all these 10 years, where is that photo or a video hosted? So that is in the Facebook database. It's not in your mobile or it's not in your laptop memory. It's in the Facebook's database server. That photo or a video or whatever content you have loaded 10 years back is existing. All these 10 years, where did Facebook store that? You don't know. It is in the Facebook server. Whether that Facebook's database server is in India or Africa or in or US or Canada, I don't know. But any point of time when I want access to that with an internet connectivity and a proper authentication into my account, I'm able to access that. That is what cloud model is. Remotely host your data and access the data on demand whenever you require with a internet connectivity. Same thing with your Gmail. You're uploading some documents, attachments in your Gmail. Even after 5 years, 10 years, if you go your sent items, you can still see that attachment file. So all these 5-10 years, where is that attachment stored? That 5 MB, 10 MB of file, whatever we have loaded, where is that stored? It's in the Google servers. Like that, we have a lot of cloud servers. We have Microsoft Azure data centers. We have Amazon data centers. We have SAP data centers. Multiple data centers are there. So this way of remotely hosting the data and accessing the data on demand is what we call a cloud model, guys, in simple. End of the day, for us, it has nothing to do. We see the front end screen, we maintain the data what we require, we extract the data what we require. So the backend database and all is SAP's responsibility, where a consultant need not deal with the database, always that maintain nothing. That is a point. And that this cloud model is also referred as SaaS model, software as a service model. We call SuccessFactors as a SaaS model, software as a service. So here SuccessFactors is used as a service. Like LinkedIn is a service, Gmail is a service, Facebook is a service. SuccessFactors is also a service. They are not softwares. You are not installing LinkedIn on your laptop. You are not installing Facebook on your laptop. For accessing all these, you just need a browser and an internet through which you can access them. Similar way, tomorrow SuccessFactors also, you will see that it can be accessed over a browser with an ID, password, the internet, that's it. You don't require any installations in your laptop tomorrow. That's where we call it as a service. SuccessFactors is used as a service. And that remote locations where the client databases are being hosted, guys, are called as data centers. Now SAP is hosting all the client database in a remote location that is called a data center, where each and every data center is basically a collection of hundreds of customers databases. In one data center, I can have 100 customers or 200 customers or 500 customers data. 1 second, guys. Yeah, sorry for the pause. So this remote locations where the client databases are being hosted are called data centers. And each data center, I can have 200, 300 customer databases that way. And today, like that, SAP is holding around 15 data centers, 15 data centers SAP is operating across the globe to host its global customer databases. Couple of examples are data center number 2, which is in Amsterdam, Netherlands, and then data center number 10, which is in Sydney, Australia. Like that, we have one in Singapore, one in South Africa, one in Saudi Arabia. Like this, around 15 data centers across the globe is what SAP is hosting today. So this is in simple what a cloud model is, to give you an understanding why we call SuccessFactors as a cloud solution. But end of the day, as a consultant or as an end user, we have nothing to do with it. Whatever data I have to maintain, whatever configuration I have to do, I have a front end screen, I do it. Everything related to that is stored in a database which is remotely maintained by SAP. That's it. I need not work anything related to database directly. It's SAP's responsibility. That is how it is. Okay. Any queries, anyone till this point? No questions at all, guys. I don't see no one raising the hand. I'm happy if everything is clear, but do not hesitate if you have a question. Fine. Next thing is about the advantages. So why SuccessFactors or why cloud solutions? So why are the global market looking for these cloud-based solutions? Why has there been a very much boom in the SuccessFactors market? A lot of high-paying jobs these days. Why are we seeing that? Is that the reasons for the different advantages itself is the reasons for SuccessFactors. So first thing, hardware part. So you don't have any hardware maintenance required in this. So the database servers, so it's when you're dealing with the database servers, guys, it's not just one server. You have to take care of the backup servers. If one server is down, the secondary server should be up and running immediately. That way, the main servers, the backup servers, the cost that you invest in the infrastructure, and the maintenance of that infrastructure every year, annual maintenance charges will be there. And you have to hire some network consultants to take care of your servers in your company. All this cost has been reduced. So that leads to the total ownership cost of the project being reduced. We call it as low TOC. The total ownership of the total ownership cost of the project is reduced. The first commercial benefit that the client see with SuccessFactors based solutions. Next, licensing model. So basically, SAP generates revenue based on user licenses. So if your company has 1,000 employees, they take 1,000 licenses. If a company has 10,000 employees, 10,000 licenses. That is how SAP generates the revenue. But what is the benefit to the clients here if you have to think? The main point is SAP is giving an exemption on the people who never log in into the system. That's a very important factor. In large scale industries, in companies who have 30,000 employees, 40,000 employees, all that, manufacturing industries and all, definitely there will be thousands of employees who are floor laborers, factory workers, who are not educated, they don't know how to use computers, laptops, all that. So they never log in into SuccessFactors. So for the people who never log in into SuccessFactors, SAP is not going to charge them. SAP is going to give an exemption from them. That means in a company of 40,000 employees, easily you can say there will be around 8,000 employees minimum who are of this kind of nature, who never log in into the systems. So for those employees, you getting an exemption every year, 8,000 licenses. If I'm getting an exemption, that's not a small thing. It's a huge commercial benefit to the clients again. So that is one good factor SF has been doing. And here I have to highlight, SuccessFactors is a self-service system. Self-service, that means every employee can log in himself. If he wants to apply a leave, if he wants to update his contact details, his address details, anything employees can do by themselves. So don't think SuccessFactors being a HR system, only HR department can log in. No, each and every employee can have their own ID and password, and they can log in and they can do their activities in the SuccessFactors system that way. So SuccessFactors, every employee has the eligibility to log in. It's not restricted to HR department. That is the licensing point model. That is a benefit with that. Then regular updates. So SuccessFactors comes up with new features and functionalities every 6 months, guys. So SAP's innovation team is continuously working to offer new functionalities every time to the customers. And the way you get your Samsung, so the way you get your Android updates, iOS updates on your mobile phones, similar way, SuccessFactors will be releasing updates on the features and the functionalities of the solutions 365 days. Sorry, across 365 days, there will be innovations happening, but they release twice a year. Once in the month of May and once in the month of November. Twice a year, they keep releasing new features and functionalities on SuccessFactors. So that is one advantage where they are free of cost. All the updates are something I can avail free of cost without any additional cost involved in it. That's one more commercial benefit. And the last but not least, accessibility. SuccessFactors solutions can be accessed from anywhere, anytime, any part of the globe. The way you are using Facebook, LinkedIn, Gmail, all that, even SuccessFactors solutions you can access anytime, anywhere. It is even supported in mobile versions. SuccessFactors has an Android app, SuccessFactors has a iOS app. So that way, even the people or the employees who are remotely located are able to access SuccessFactors. Even if my employee is in remote location in a remote village, they can access SuccessFactors. It's all about just an internet. If they are able to manage to get, they are able to access the data that way. So with the recent pandemic and all, the companies are looking for remote access. The employee should not be forced to come to the office, sit in the office network, nothing. So my solution should be remotely accessible, digitally accessible anywhere across the platforms, in mobile phones and laptops, desktops, iPads, tablets, across the devices, SuccessFactors solutions can be accessed. So that is one more advantage. So these are all the different reasons or the advantages why cloud solutions or why SuccessFactors. Okay. Any queries here? Sounds good. I don't want to bore you guys with any presentations anymore. I would like to show you the system of SuccessFactors. That is, we have two important systems, guys. We call them as the provisioning system and the instance system as a consultant that we'll be working on. Let me speak about it. Before that, I'll take a question. Yeah, Dimple?
Suresh, for the license for the certification, if we do certification once, will it be valid for 6 months or like after every 6 months we need to revise?
Complete question irrelevant to the current topic that we are discussing. But let me tell you, officially, there is no end date for your certification. Okay, whatever certification you write once, it's lifelong valid, subjected to every 6 months, what SAP is releasing these new features and functionalities to make sure that the consultants are aware and up to date about the latest features. SAP asks them to go through that new features what are released and take a small assessment at the end of the document. So example, now employee central module, they have released some new features. They will release a small document of 25-30 pages. You have to look at that document, what are the new features or functionalities that they have released this time. And at the end of the document, some 5 questions or 10 questions, a small assessment is what you have to answer. And when you answer that 10 questions, there will be a latest updated certificate that will be downloaded saying that you are up to date with the latest knowledge. That assessment is what you have to take at least in alternative releases. So that means in every 6 months, SAP is releasing those features, but at least once this time, if I take the assessment, next time I can skip, but the third time I have to again take the assessment. That way, every alternate release at least I have to take. That means once in a year, if I take that assessments, it's enough. If I miss that assessment continuously, 2 assessments, if I did not take, that is where SAP treats I'm out of date with my knowledge and SAP will deactivate my certification. By default, there is no expiry if you are continuously enhancing your knowledge with the latest features SAP is releasing by taking that small assessment. So your certification is lifelong, lifetime valid. So once in a year, that small assessment is what you have to take, looking at the latest features. That is the point. Got it?
Understood.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Previously, it used to be initially every 3 months you have to take the assessment. Later on, they made it to every 6 months. And now recently they have upgraded it to every year. Once in a year, that means in 2 releases, at least one assessment if you take, it is good enough that way. And that small thing once in a year, it's not a big deal. It hardly takes 15-20 minutes to read a document and answer those queries.
Understood.
Thank you. Next, Mr.
Thank you.
Syed.
Hi, Shiva.
Hi, please.
Actually, I have 2 questions here. One is related to the do we really require any knowledge like XML for this one, and another one for the license. Currently, if you have a company on premises and you have a huge number of employees, so which one is going to be a good option for us, like for cheaper size?
Okay. So your first question, XMLs, no, you are not required to have any knowledge on XML coding or anything. As I told, SuccessFactors is purely a functional area. The on-screen configurations is what you do. XML, you are not going to do and sit and do any coding on the XML files. Here on my screen, you can find a word as XML. XML files are the static config files, what we just upload. We download from the official SAP's website. They are standard config files available. We download them and we upload them as a prerequisite in the provisioning. That's it. You are not going to sit and do any coding on it. No coding knowledge is required. First point. Second, when you say GUI and SuccessFactors as a cloud, what is the benefit and which one is recommended? So cloud-based solutions are the future. So that is the cloud. That is where SAP is also recommending when a customer goes and asks them which product to, a client goes and asks that I need a HR software, they sell the cloud version of it. So now SAP is existing on-premise. All the solutions are also starting to have their cloud version, and SAP is recommending and promoting the cloud-based solutions based on various factors of its advantages in terms of upgrading, customizing, flexibilities on various contexts. Cloud-based are recommended when you have an option. Okay. Fine. Now, coming to the systems, guys. So as I mentioned, we have 2 systems. Tomorrow, as a consultant, when you're working on any SuccessFactors project, you look towards 2 systems, provisioning and instance. So provisioning system is a backend system, we say, and we say it as a backend with only reason because only a consultant is going to access that. Client will never see that system. Okay. Client will never see that system. Only a consultant will see that. That's why we call it as a backend. And that is a system you will require a certification to access that. If you have to get an access to the provisioning, you should be a certified consultant. Only then SAP will release the provisioning access. So certified SuccessFactors consultants can only access the provisioning is an important line you have to highlight. And in terms of the activities, what you do in a project, majority of the activities are on the instance actually. The bottom one, instance, is the main system where majority of your activities are. Provisioning level, what you do are very minimal, only 15% of activities, but crucial activities. Whatever you do, that minimal 15% in the provisioning are very important. Okay, so like the initial activations, out of 11 modules, today if customer has purchased the license for 3 modules, enabling the 3 modules only out of 11 happens in the provisioning. Now SuccessFactors is supported in 43 languages. Out of 43, if the client says I need 5 languages, English, Hindi, Chinese, like this, and some 5 languages based on the place where my employees are located, then activating that 5 out of 43 languages is also something that happens in the provisioning. And within the module, what features you want, what features you don't want, that enabling, disabling of the features, all that various things is what we do in the provisioning. Provisioning level, we are not doing any configuration. Provisioning is a system where I do activations, only activations. So when you start the project, initial activations is what we do in the provisioning system. Then only the rest of the configurations, the 85% of the configurations, what you can do on the front-end instance side will be possible. So this instance is called a front-end system because that is a system where even the client is going to experience. So now if you do a project for 6 months, 8 months of duration, you work on all the configurations on the instance. And tomorrow, once you release the client product to the client and the client is going to use it, every employee is trying to log in. That is the instance side of the system where they log in. So the instance side, you have 2 things, end user view and an admin view, consultant view. Admin is like a consultant view where we do the configurations. So instance side is the system where the client is going to use, and we also work on a lot of configurations there. But provisioning is a system where we as a consultant only log in, certified consultant can only log in, and the things what you do there is only activations, and that's only 15% of your project. In terms of the volume of the activities, it is only 15%. That way, 2 things we have. And now I would like to show you that systems as well. Instead of just speaking about it, I'll also give you a look and feel of that systems quickly, how they look like. Before that, let me take a question. Yeah, Shankar?
Yeah, hi Suresh. This provisioning part, let's suppose if we get a license for one module, additionally, that activation we have to do it or SAP can do it and confirm?
No, we only have to do
Habitually.
it. We are only going to pay the fees to them. That's it. The consultant has to go into the system and they have to activate in the system.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, this is the SuccessFactors page, guys. But let me also show you the login page. Give me a moment. So as a employee, any employee, if they are going to log in into the SuccessFactors system, so even right from a CEO in the company till the peon in the company, anyone, if they are logging in, the first page that they see is this one. This is how the login page looks like. And this is a basic one. When you start the project, this is how it initially looks like, a standard one with SuccessFactors logo and a background white page and all. This is what we can enhance it as per the client's requirement. So the SuccessFactors logo is what I can update with client logo. For example, if Coca-Cola is the project that I am doing, Coca-Cola logo can come. And this, instead of the background as a white color, I can come up with some other colors, or completely instead of a plain color, if I want to have any background images, Coca-Cola images and all, anything to be loaded in the background, Coca-Cola bottles and all, I can change the theme in the background. Like that, customization can start right from the login page itself. And once we log in, this is the first page or the landing page we see. We call it as a landing page or the home page. So that starts wishing you good morning, good afternoon messages because based on your time zone. And it shows you quick actions as a section. So quick actions are those places of the system where employees will be frequently required to use. What are the applications in the system that employees will be frequently required to use? Example, as an employee, my main reason why I go to my system is, my HR system is to apply a leave. And you see the second icon, request time off. Request time off is requesting leaves. If I want to apply a leave, I'll click on this. With a single click, the leave requesting screen is what it comes on my UI in which I can choose which leave type, sick leave, casual leave, whatever, which leave I want to apply, my leave date, all that is what I can submit in this request. Okay, there is some current config missing. But anyway, here, when I click on request time off is where a pop-up comes in which I can fill that leave details and all, and I can submit the request. Like that, where whatever are the frequently used applications is what we get on the quick actions. And if I'm a person at a manager level, I want to have access to the reports. Here, the last icon you see, view tile reports. If I click on it, it will redirect me to an interface where the reports can be seen, and that reports and analytics is what we can work on that way. So in this manner, the first page, which is the SuccessFactors home page or a landing page, is something that will bring you the access to different kinds of quick actions or the applications what we would be interested to look within the system. So now this is the reports part. So different kinds of analytics in terms of the head count of the employees or various things, analytics can be generated here. When I click on the tile reports, that comes this way. And then scrolling down, if you are a person, there is something pending on your name, any approvals or anything that you have to finish, that will come for you today. So these are the activities that you have to finish today, like that. So this way you have a landing page or the home page. From here, the different modules what are activated in the system will be shown here, like the compensation management module, career development module, goals, performance, recruitment, reporting tool, various solutions what are enabled and activated in your system, they come up here. With a single click, I can go to those respective modules that way. Yeah, Sayed?
Shiva, this one, like now you are clicking on any of this portlet, like view time tile report, right?
Okay.
So it's taking time for the performance. Like if it is having this issue, so to whom do we report this
Time to
performance?
performance. Where did you take it to performance?
No, I'm asking like when you're clicking on any of these ones, so it's taking time, right? It's not quickly opening the page.
That's
Now
purely
it's
dependent
opening
on your
now. If it
internet.
is
That's purely dependent on the internet.
internet,
SuccessFactors is purely dependent on the internet speeds and all, the way how their applications are opening. And if it is really impacting your thing, it's not specific to your customer or specific to your system. It's a global thing. That means that about that application will definitely take few seconds to process the data and bring it upon. That's the thing. So there is no situation where you can report a performance issue. SAP says this, we can fix it. No, I can 100% say, if you say if it is taking time, they only say the reason will be our internet. Still, if you say I have a high speed broadband internet, still if it is taking a minute or something to work, that's something expected is what they say, because to preview the application in front of you, if system has to process a lot of background data and preview, it is going to take time is what they say. But end of the day, for anything as such, you have to raise it to SAP if you require, and we have the support channels for that. In our discussions down the line, I'll also introduce you when you have any issues with the system, how do you reach out to the official SAP support, all that. Okay. So now, yeah, so here from here, when you want to go to the navigations, if I want to look at employee's profile, so if you click on my employee file, so I am currently logged in as an admin user called Emily Clark. So if she wants to look at her own profile with what all data that has been captured in the system about her, click on my employee profile. Right from the profile picture of the user, the different categories of employee information will be shown here. So this is her profile picture, and scrolling down, you have different sections. Our national IDs, like in India, we have Aadhaar number, PAN number, we can maintain that. Address details we can maintain. Personal information like first name, last name, marital status, all that. And your country of birth, nationality, this kind of different informations, contact details, email IDs, emergency contacts, to the complicated informations like salary informations, what's your basic pay, like the different salary items, all that, your total salary, CTC. Each and every minute detail of employee information is present on this profile page. So this is the place where all employee data is hosted, and a very important place, which is an integral part of our employee central discussions that we'll discuss in detail. If you have to customize this, if you want to add any additional sections, so like this, a lot of discussions happens on this profile page in the employee central. So any employee's data is what you see in the profile. My employee file is what we call it as a profile, that way. And from here, we get into same events example, company info as one of the tool. So company info is a place where the org chart of the employees can be seen. Now this lady, Emily Clark, reports to a person called James. James reports to someone called Marcus, Marcus to Carla, like this. Till the CEO, the complete hierarchy is trying to be shown. In this system, Daniel is the president and CEO, like that. So what is your complete reporting hierarchy? Can be seen. Particularly now here you see under Marcus, it is going to show you there are multiple people, 5 and all. If I click on it, who are those 5 people? It is highlighting particularly to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and James is the 5th person. The 5 people it is showing you. 5 by 7 means all the people down the line, that is under his reportee, what are the next level? Under James, there is one more lady Emily, and under Jane, there is one more person reporting. Under Jane also Perry. So that's a total count of 7 people you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That 7 people is what it is saying. 7 total down the line is 7, out of which 5 are immediate reportees. That way. So this is how system is going to give you a preview of the employee hierarchy, who reports to whom. The complete employee hierarchy is going to be previewed in front of you. Okay. And this is a plug and play tool, guys. First factor, it's a plug and play tool. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah. So this is a plug and play tool where you don't require any configuration to be done. That's an advantage. The only thing prerequisite is the data. So definitely when we implement a system, we maintain all the employee data, 100 employees, 1000 employees, or 10,000 employees, the client related, all the employee data we upload. When we upload, for every employee, we tag a manager. For employee A, B is the manager, for B, C is the manager. When you maintain the data in the system, for who is the manager for every employee, that will indirectly bring up this hierarchical model. That way. So only thing we have to deal is whether this should be given an access to the employee to view or not. It's just a permission we handle. This for this representation on the UI, we have no config to be required. It is automatically brought up. It's a plug and play that way. And then
Shiva,
so now
which module is this one linked to? The
this is
company info, or is it multiple different modules?
this is just a platform level feature. You implement any module, you implement EC, PMGM, recruitment, anything, you maintain all the employee data, and their employee manager's data is going to be there in the system for sure. That's why this company info is irrespective of you maintain 1 module or you implement 11 modules, this feature will definitely come. Similarly, the employee file that I showed, whichever module you maintain, employee data is what you maintain for sure. So that employee file is also mandatory. It's a common thing that you have that way. Okay.
Great,
Now,
thank you.
Now, these are the different places where what are present in the system, different navigations and applications I am able to navigate as a user. Whatever I showed you as a user. But this is a system I told 85% of the configurations also we do is what I told. Where do we execute all that configurations is admin center. This admin center is a place only we as a consultants will have the access. The normal employees, managers, HRs, end users, nobody will have the access to the admin center. Consultants will have the access. So admin word here refers to basically consultant according to SAP. So consultants will have a place where they can go inside and they can do all the configuration settings of the system. When an end user, a normal person is logging in, they directly after home, the next thing they see is the calibration. They don't see the admin center navigation in the drop down. Only the admin consultant accounts will have the access to the admin center from where you can go inside and deal with the configurations. Okay. So from this place, what are the various configurations we do and all is something in the regular sessions we'll get to know. But now itself, one screen, how does a config screen look like? How does your config responsibility looks like? One example also I'll cover in some time. Next, on the right hand top corner, every employee will have few options here, which is one of them I want to highlight is password. So is the settings. Every employee, not only a consultant, every general employee of the client who is using SuccessFactors, they have the settings. These settings are related to their own account. And here in the settings, if I go for the change language as an option, in the change language on the left hand side, what are all the languages that are activated in the system will show me here. Okay, so in this system, out of 43 languages, around 14 languages are activated here, 14 or 15 languages are activated here. So now as an end user, it is my choice in which language I am comfortable to see the system. If I know French and I want to see it in French or Italian or Korean, whatever, I can choose that. If I choose Korean now and I click on switch, system will completely start displaying in the Korean version, as that is one of the supported language. So right from the good morning, good afternoon messages, each and every section, each and every icon, everything is turned into the Korean language here, like this. Yes, so that way, company decides which languages to be activated. Once the languages are activated, now it is the user choice in which language he is comfortable to use. Among them, he can choose the required one. That way. And even in English, you see, you have two Englishes, UK English, the British English, and US English. Two versions of English is also SAP supporting in detail. So whichever language you want, you can switch it back and again come back to your login. So there is nothing like I have to use only one language. Every 5 minutes, if I want to change, I can. It's my wish. That is the point. And in the same settings, on the left hand bottom, you have mobile as an option as well. This mobile is a feature where it will give you the instructions on the way how you can set up your mobile app. SuccessFactors mobile app is what every employee can avail. It's again a standard, the licensing, it is included already. Every customer implementing SuccessFactors is eligible to use mobile app as well. No additional cost for that. Now, as an employee, if I want to apply a leave, I can do it through mobile. As a manager, if he has to approve my leave, they can do it through mobile. Like that, many of the things we can achieve through mobile itself, the day-to-day transactions that will speed up the things in an organization. So it is both supported in the Android version and the Apple version, both. So downloading mobile app and setting up is a basic thing everybody knows these days. So once you download it, to log in, instead of a traditional way of entering ID password, SF gives you an option to activate with a QR code. Once you download your mobile app, to activate your account, you will have an option on the mobile phone called scan your QR code. If you scan this QR code in your laptop version once, if you scan, that's it. This account, this Emily Clark as an account comes up into your mobile phone. That's it. So you can start everything to be done in the mobile. So it's a one-time QR code required. That's it. Your account will stay logged in your mobile phone and you can continuously start using it. Anytime it will be the way Facebook, LinkedIn, everything is every time logged in your mobile phone. Similarly, SuccessFactors account is also logged in your mobile phone. Anytime you can log in and apply leave, look at your pay slip, look at your profile, everything. Whenever you submit a request, immediately a notification pop-up will go to your manager on their manager's mobile phone, and they can just with a single click they can arrive at the leave request and they can click on approve decline buttons on the mobile phone. That way, SuccessFactors solutions are advanced. So this way, SuccessFactors screens, UIs, navigations, they are all modern, intuitive screens. You don't even get a feel like you are even working on HR software. The end user experience is what SAP is targeting too much. Their focus is to improve the end user experience. Solution functionalities is what there are many products with SAP's vast experience of 50 years. From 1970s, SAP solutions are there. So with all this vast experience, SAP knows how the functionality should work. But now they are targeting on the end user, and the employees who are using the system should be satisfied. It's not just the HR department. So that's where they are focusing on. And just quickly to give you an idea of what sort of configurations you generally do. So now here I have personal information section, guys. Here I have some first name, middle name, last name, different fields, all this. Now, if a client wants to make any changes on this, they say last name is what I want to change it as surname. In my company, I want to call it as surname. And this should come above first name. The place also should be above first name field. And an editable screen. So this is how the screen is. If I say I want to make this formal name as a mandatory field, this preferred name field, I don't want, remove this field. Like that, this kind of different requirements, removing the existing fields, making the fields mandatory, non-mandatory, label changes, order changes, completely a custom field to be added. Any such kind of requirements client wants, you can achieve easily, where you have a config place called as, on the top search area, you can just search with the keyword as business configuration. Manage business configuration is a place. So everything in the top search area is a very useful feature, guys. Whatever activity you do, wherever you want to go, just give the start, you start giving the keywords, system will give you that and you can go there. Now here, this is a config page where a consultant can only access. As I told, it will be part of the admin center. So instead of I clicking on admin center and then searching, the top search area is where it helped me to directly come to the place. It's obviously part of admin center. Only a consultant can access. So here I have personal info as a area. So in this, now whatever changes I want, on the right hand top corner, I can click on make correction and I can start making my changes. Say customer wants to change the last name to surname, change it. Done. Not only the default label, you want to change this word in Arabic, Hindi, Italian, different languages. Just beside this, you have a translation icon. You click on it, the translation of that word in other languages, German, Spanish, French, all the different languages you can update here. That way. So I'm changing it to surname wherever possible, all the English languages, I'm updating it. Not only that, I want this field to be above first name. Here in the second place, it should come. I have the arrows on the extreme right to move up and down. I can drag it to the first place this way. The first surname field comes, then the first name, middle name, like this. And then here, the formal name field. If they want this formal name field to be made mandatory, click on details. Here against that fields, against every field, you have some details as a place where some properties can be there. If I click on these details, there will be a lot of options in which mandatory is what I can make yes. If I turned it mandatory, that will be important mandatory field on the UI. Without filling the input on it, you can't save that screen that way. So these kinds of different things. And if I want to add custom fields, coming down at the complete bottom, I will have an option of adding custom fields as well. SAP will be giving you an option to add 70 custom fields, 70 custom fields in every screen of employees entry. Not overall 70, guys. Remember, in every screen, 70 separate custom fields quota I have, like this. If I add one field, one more line item comes. If I add second field, one more line item comes. Like that, it keeps on giving me additional custom fields. 70 custom fields in every screen is a thing that nobody will ask you. That's more than enough. So any customer might ask you 2 fields, 3 fields, 5 fields as custom. 70 custom fields, nobody will ask you on every screen. That's more than enough, a good quota that we have. That way. So these kinds of several things, you can do it easily through this business configuration as a tool that I opened now. Like this, many things we will see down the line, but this is first to give you a glance of how a config look like. So now in this profile, if I refresh this profile, the changes what you have done will be instantly reflecting here, guys. So now in the personal information, you see this last name changed as surname. It used to be after middle name, now it changed it to this place. The placement changed, and formal name field we made mandatory. Let me show it in editable mode. Say this formal name got turned into mandatory. All this. So this way, quite a few. This is a starting level of configuration to introduce you. Lot more other ways of customizations and conflicts will be there down the line. In our 3.5 months of duration, we'll see a lot of things. So this is about the instance system to give you a look and feel of how does the instance system actually looks like. Provisioning system is a backend of SuccessFactors. I would like to quickly give you an overview, a look and feel of it. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to invest too much of time there now. Give me a moment. This is the provisioning login page actually. I'm logging in. The more detailed discussion on this is what we'll have in our regular sessions. In the interest of time, I'll just quickly give you a look and feel. And as I mentioned, provisioning is a place where you do only activations, guys, not any configurations, just activations. So when you log into the provisioning, this is the line item that will appear representing your project, for which project you're working, that project ID. For every project, one company ID will be given. For Coca-Cola, for PepsiCo, for every client, SuccessFactors will give one unique ID. So that click on that ID and get inside. So this is the provisioning page of that particular customer, in which the very first one, company settings, is a place where we are required to do all the activations. The very first link, company settings. If you go under this, you will find, as I told, it's all about the activations. So if you scroll a little bit down, starting from performance management as an activation point, you have several activation points. Each and every line here is a checkbox. A lot of activations you have. So module wise, several things are there, in which if I want to activate performance management module, this is what I can enable. If I want to enable compensation management module, here I have compensation management as an activation. Like that, module specific activations is what we have here. And in each module, again, what features and functionalities you have to enable, disable under that. Once I enable compensation module, in that what features and functionalities I have to enable, I have again respective checkboxes. And the languages. So as I told, SF supports 43 languages. All the languages what it supports here under language packs, they are listed. So this client, what languages this client is looking for, only that we enable. US English, UK English, Spanish, French, like this. And here at the bottom, you will also see Hindi in India, Arabic for Middle East, like this. They are also those languages. So provisioning is all just activations with the checkboxes. You are not doing any configurations, calculations, nothing here. Simple checkbox enable, disable is the activity that you do in the provisioning. The main logical configurations all and all exist in the instance side of the system. That way. So this is to give you a quick look of the provisioning. How does that look? So more in detail, more in navigations and all, we'll see in our regular sessions. So this is about the main agenda that I want to focus in this 1 hour discussion. I want to give you guys a clarity of how does the systems look like, what are the systems called, their navigations, a high level understanding of the product and its module, all that. And as I have been already discussing with most of you guys over phone call and we have discussed. So the point is, as a part of the training, you will be given with an access to the system as well, the SuccessFactors instance system, where 85% of our configuration should happen. This system access will be given. Everyone will be given with an ID so that you guys can practice all the configurations in detail, whatever I am showing you in my sessions. You will be able to practice. You will be given with an access to the documents of all these learning purpose related SAP standard guide documents and few more documents that I prepare at a topic level. A lot of things you will be receiving on a day-to-day basis, module topic to topic for your preparation. And the recordings access of all these sessions is also what you will have for a period of 6 months so that you can keep recapping them multiple times. So this is all the service that will be taken care. Okay. And in terms of the schedule, as I told guys, it's a weekend schedule, Saturdays and Sundays, Indian time, morning 7:30 to 9:30, 2 hours. 2 hours Saturday, 2 hours Sunday is the schedule timing. Okay. And from next Saturday, next weekend. From next weekend is where we are planning to start. 90% it will be next Saturday itself. If any delay by one day, we might start from next Sunday. That's it. So next weekend we are definitely going to start with our schedule, and that's going to go for a duration of 3.5 months. So this is the complete detail from my end. And in the email that I've already shared you guys, you already have the curriculum email as well, the curriculum details, each and every topic, what I discuss module wise. You also have the document in the email that you have received, guys. If whoever haven't spoke with me earlier before joining this session, if you haven't spoke with me, just leave your contact number in the chat so that I can call you. We can have a discussion about your background, some understanding. I hope I spoke with most of you, but yes, I know in the list I have 2-3 people whom I did not speak. So just drop your contact number in the chat so that I can call you after the session. And that's it. And next, yeah, Syed, your question, please.
Actually, I have a two question here, like for the provisioning for single sign-on SSO. So we have to like configuration this one like for single sign-on. And another question is like now you make some changes for the uh, personal information. So this personal information will be affected to all the users or only for these users? Like how you will move this one to the like currently you are moving doing the things in development, right? And how you move to like production? Any kind of things here?
Yeah, so definitely we have being an IT software, every system in Java, .NET, Oracle, any technology, when it's an IT software, you'll definitely have its respective landscape of systems. So here in SuccessFactors also, we'll have development system, testing system or a quality system, and a production main life system. So we start our configurations in the development stage, then we'll have a tools to move all the configurations to testing. Once here the client will do the testing, from there we move it to the production. That is a process. For moving the configurations, we have the tools, integration, we have instance synchronization, configuration center, like this. We have few tools in the system. I'll also introduce you that. Using that, we will be able to move the configurations. It's pretty easy. A very easy to use user friendly tools SF has given to move your configurations from one environment to the other. Okay. And your first question is not clear. You were just roughly you have said the words SSO and all. What is your exact question?
Like my question is like one-time password, right? SSO.
SSO is not one-time password. As a OTP or OTP is a one-time password. That's where it's called a multi-factor authentication. So whenever you're logging into the SuccessFactors system, we have an option to log in with ID password as usual, like any general method of logging in. An advanced and one more additional layer of authentication. If you want to keep with OTP based, you can enable multi-factor authentication. So this is the default ID password, but once I give my password and click on login, system can give me a pop-up where it says an OTP has been sent to your mobile. That OTP I can enter, then only it will allow me inside. That's a one more second layer of authentication. Even SuccessFactors supports that. We can enable that in the provisioning. We call it as multi-factor or two-factor authentication. Okay.
So what is like SSO single sign-on? I don't this one. Maybe you will like in the coming class you will explain this one
No,
or
we
what?
will not discuss that for sure. SSO is not part of the agenda. SSO is where if you want to get into SuccessFactors without ID and password with your company's laptop, when you're in your company's laptop, from the company's laptop domain account, what you have logged in, with that itself, the SuccessFactors account also should be logged in, is when SSO configuration that will be done. So that's not part of our agenda of discussion for sure. Okay. Next, Anand, do you have a question?
Yeah, no. I was about to answer that SSO.
Okay.
You answered. Okay.
Next, we have Shankar. Do you have a question?
Yeah, this one, the training you mentioned only on weekends, 2
Yeah,
hours.
this is the weekend schedule, Saturdays and Sundays. Morning 7:30 to 9:30, 2 hours Saturday, 2 hours Sunday. That's the program.
Okay. What will be the duration in case if only weekends?
3.5 months is the official duration. If we have any 1 or 2 session cancellations due to any health issue or anything, it might
Okay.
the end of the third month. The fourth month we'll complete.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Anika?
Shiva, I
are
was
there
wondering
any,
for,
1 second, Madhavi.
sorry.
Please wait.
Sorry, go on, Madhuri.
yeah, Shiva, are there any weekday schedules are available?
Currently, we don't have guys. So at least till mid of September, I can confirm there is no weekday schedule option available. Generally, I have weekdays mornings, weekdays evenings. So those two schedules have already started around three weeks back, 5 weeks back, and all, and they are already ongoing. Till mid of September, I don't have any weekday schedule option. The current option is only the weekend one, starting from next weekend. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yanika?
Yeah, sorry, I was just wondering for these sessions, because these are 2 hours duration on the weekends, would that be 100% sort of knowledge imparting sessions, or would there be a practice session in between, or would that be later, once we sort of, have our own time to practice what's been shared in our own time during the weekdays? How does that work out?
Every day. So we are connecting 2 hours Saturday, 2 hours Sunday. Whatever is the knowledge that you are getting in these 2 to 4 hours is the entire week. You have the system access live with you. You can 365 days round the clock access it. Okay. So the system is going to be
Okay.
available for you for the entire duration. The course is going for say 3.5 months. For entire duration, you have the system 24/7 available. Anytime you can log into the system with respect of the time zone, and you can practice each and every config. I am showing you in the session live 1-to-1 screen by screen. Parallelly, the same thing you can do in your login, and you can practice that each and every config activity. Okay.
Okay, would there be any sort of work given during the session to say, can you go and just, do this and as a
Round
practice, or is it just on our own to practice whatever we want?
everything you can practice on your own, but I keep giving you also at every session, end of the session. So the same thing what I have configured on that related area, I give an assignment kind of a thing for you to configure in your system and be ready for the next session. If you have any queries on that, you can ask me in the next session. That way,
Okay, got it.
send
Got
assignment
it.
documents, lot of things, exercises will be shared.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And just in case, sorry, just one question. If sort of for some reason I miss on the initial part, would the recording still be available for the sessions?
Yeah, I told you, right? Each and every session, you're going to get the access to the recordings, and it will be available for 6 months.
Okay, it won't disturb the class if I sort of join a bit late. Would that be just because the time zones are very different? So just wanted to check that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you
Okay,
have.
thank you.
Definitely. Fine, guys. So this is all about the agenda that we have to discuss, and that's a good set of questions as well. Thank you, everyone. If you have any other queries, anything, you can just be in touch with me. You have
Shiva,
your.
this will be like evening time, right?
I'm speaking, please. 1 second. If you have a question, please raise your hand. I'll call out your name. Yeah, so if you have any other queries, guys, so this is something you can reach out to me. You have my contact numbers, so all of you. I hope you have already seen on my slide as well. So you can reach out to me. So schedule I have confirmed. It is 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Indian time, Saturdays and Sundays. That's the schedule. Okay. That's all for now. And if anybody has any questions, you can stay back and others can drop off. You can continue with your weekend. Thanks for joining, everyone. I appreciate your time.
Thanks,
Thank
Shiva, for
you.
your time
Bye-bye.
to speak to you. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, guys. Yes, please.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Shiva, this is like evening or morning?
Here I've been continuously saying this time 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Indian time. Mornings.
Yeah.
I've repeated that 4 or 5 times. Yes,
I
Sagar?
thought it's evening. Okay.
Shiva, will you provide all the record sessions to everyone?
Madhavi, 1 second. You're cross talking. Sagar, please go ahead.
Yeah, in provisioning, actually, I have a doubt. Do we do modifications in XML configurations, or we just uh, do whatever you have just showed?
See, we have XML files. We will do some things with the XML, but don't highlight your concentration on XML. For majority of the things, we have the front end places. SFA has given everything on the front end to be done. So whatever are the places we still have to work on XML is what in detail, how to deal with that without any XML coding, programming knowledges. How can we deal with this is what in detail in our sessions, we'll have the respective steps to take care that will be discussed. Okay.
Thank you.
That's clear indication. SAP clearly highlights SuccessFactors is a functional solution. You don't require coding knowledge for that.
Okay.
Yeah, Madhavi?
Yeah, Shiva, I'm asking that will you provide every recording session after each class?
No, why is that each class specifically? What is the demand specifically? I did not understand. You're getting all the recordings is what I told.
No, I may not be available for all the regular classes. That's what I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying. You will get the recording of the session. I've already confirmed it. When you again specifically stress out like each class is where I'm asking what is the reason for that, asking that question against each class. Every class.
No, I'm in dilemma that I may not get the recording sessions of each, every class.
I'm going to share every session here. I'm not sure what is your question there. Each and every session you attend or you don't attend, you will get the recording of that session.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Ganesan?
Yeah, hi Shiva. So just one query. So is there anything mandatory like before starting SuccessFactors session? So we have to get some basic knowledge or exposure into HCM. So anything like that?
No. The SAP HCM, if you are referring to the old SAP's HCM solution, completely come out of it. There is nothing to do. SuccessFactors, SAP HCM are two separate HR products completely.
So we can directly start into SuccessFactors.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
They're two separate, nothing to do. It's not like SuccessFactors is not like an upgraded version of HCM or HCM 2.0, not like that. They are two separate and totally separate. To start with SuccessFactors, what are the prerequisites that you should be clear with is what I highlight in my introduction to mastery level sessions. As I told, we'll start with the first thing as introduction to mastery. Then that's where it gives you the fundamentals of this product to start with what you have to know. Then only I'll get into the module specific configurations as well. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Thanks.
Sounds good, guys. Anyone has any other queries? Fine, guys. Thanks for your time. Let's again coming back from the next weekend in our regular sessions. And whoever has pinged your contact numbers in the chat, I'll be speaking with you sometime today or tomorrow. I'll call you guys. Thank you. Have a nice weekend, everyone.
Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you.